Hey guys, what's going on? Sincere here with whoissincere.com. I want to bring you a quick story. Jaden Smith here is the new face of Louis Vuitton's women's wear. Now, for those of you who don't know who Jaden Smith is, he is Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's son. So he's, two very, very high class, high profile celebrities. He is the product of their creation. He has been featured in the past with women's clothes on. We've seen different pictures of Jaden wearing, quote unquote questionable outfits in the past. I've always maintained the fact that Jaden is a cross dresser. He's an open cross dresser. That's just what it's called. So there's a lot of opinions about this, some of them being good, some of them being bad. I mean, it depends on what side of the fence you stand on and how you take those opinions. But I'll read to you a couple tweets that are here. Jada Smith over here, burning, breaking, killing, and destroying gender barrier / roles. Praise that kid. No one should feel their gender is invalid because of what they're wearing. And you have some people that are on the other side of the fence. You make Bruce Jenner Woman of the Year and make Jaden Smith the face of Louis Vuitton's women's wear. What message is this sending? Jaden Smith is cute, but why doesn't Louis Vuitton rather design clothes to fit the average woman's body? Hashtag women empowerment. And you have another one. LOL, people on Twitter personally offended because Jaden Smith is modeling women's clothes. You guys need to find something else to be mad about. So, like I said, this isn't the first time that we've seen Jaden Smith in this role wearing, outfits that have been, definitely questionable for a young man of his age. Not too many young men are dressing like he is dressing these days. But more are starting to do it. More are starting to wear women's clothes. This is becoming a fashion, a trend. So if it's becoming a fashion and trend, he's jumping right into it. Now, how do I personally feel about the smashing the gender roles? I don't believe that this is smashing the gender roles. I believe that this is more of the same. More of the same. People say, well, do you not agree with Jaden Smith's wearing the women's clothes, or do you not agree with Jaden Smith, his lifestyle, or do you not agree with homosexuality? I'm not saying that he is, but I'm just saying that people will ask me that question, and I'll say that I don't agree with either. And if don't, before you start to criticize me about not agreeing with homosexuality, first of all, let me tell you this. One, it's my right to not agree with it. So don't tell me that I can't agree with it or that I'm a bigot because I don't agree with it. Okay, for many people, it's a choice. For some people, it's a chemical imbalance. And that's just the way that it is. Those are the facts. Okay, so many people are choosing this lifestyle. Now, let's fast forward it. Why don't I agree with it? Do I not agree with it because of religious beliefs? That could be part of it, but no, not really. If we look at it from a scientific point of view, a man and a woman procreate. They can recreate a child, whether it be another male or female. So when I see two males together, I think to myself, they can't make a baby. When I see two females together, I think to myself, they can't make a baby. And if they do make a baby, it's going to be with the help of a scientist, with the help of a doctor. Okay? So 10 to 20 years from now, we're going to be going into an era where you can decide what kind of baby you want. We're there now, actually. But it'll be more publicly known 10 to 20 years from now. You can pick all the traits you want. You can pick the eye color, the skin color, the height. So what we're doing now as far as policy is pushing what's going to happen in 10 to 20 years from now, where these same people are going to be able to elect the kind of babies that they would like to have. And that is a complete middle finger to the way that the natural order of things has always worked. And anybody that follows my channel knows that I am just completely against what these technocrats are trying to do. And it's not like Washington doesn't know and the big banks don't know. They all understand marketing. They know where this is going. Marketing, listen guys, marketing is nothing but an extension of education. Marketing is a science. So while you're working 40 hours a week to bring home the bread to put the food on the table at the end of the week, these guys are sitting and working 40 hours a week to figure out what's going to put the bread on the table in 20 years. Okay? So they're very far ahead of the game. They're very far ahead of the curve. The marketers work for the corporations and they work for the governments. That's what keeps a lot of people in line. Okay? See, listen. Education is effective in the way that it teaches you how to do something and how to stay within a certain mold, a certain boundary. Marketing is the same way. It gives you your socially acceptable norms. And if you do anything outside of that or think any way outside of that, then immediately you're castrated or demonized. So it's an extreme that we're going to, and it's something that the marketers have been able to do over time without the public getting too upset about it, but we've set a tone of intolerance now. Okay? Now, me personally, I love homosexual people. I have family members that are homosexual. I have best friends, and I mean best friends that are homosexual. Will I ever tell them, oh, you're wrong, you're going to hell, and this and no, I'm not going there. I'm not doing all that. That's not my life. But at the end of the day, how will I teach my children? I will teach my daughter, listen, if you want to have a baby and if you want to have the stable relationship aspect that's been normal from the beginning of time, then this is the way you do it. I can't teach my child that if you get with that female over there, you guys can produce a beautiful child together naturally. Can't teach that. So why am I against homosexuality? For this reason. So I look at Jaden Smith and I think about the marketing people that are behind this, and I think to myself, what do they see in 10 to 20 years in our youth and our children? The black male is being, we're losing our masculinity in the public image, and this has always happened. Search YouTube. Search YouTube for all the large black male actors that are out there and how many of them have put on the quote-unquote dress. Look it up. This is not, I'm not making this up. So I see the young generation of these actors doing this now, and I think to myself, well, where is this going? And that's what we have to look at, guys. So I just wanted to bring you this story, guys, and this is my take on everything. Homosexual community, my friends out there, don't get mad at me. I still love you. Have tolerance, just the way you want people to see you in a loving way. See me in a loving way too. Understand that I have my own beliefs, and my beliefs are okay. They're not centered in hatred, and I don't hate anyone. I have no hatred for anyone, but we're all allowed to make decisions and choices for our life. And the moment that we stop doing that is the moment that we've given up liberty. That's the moment that we've let the government come in and take over our thought process for us. So liberty means everybody gets to experience their own individual freedom as long as it's not impeding on anyone else. Okay, so that's why I don't, get on the gay community or anything like that. You're not impeding on my liberty. You're not impeding on anything that I'm doing in my household. So, who am I to really say? Now, I will say from the standpoint which I stated that I don't agree with it. So, and I don't agree with this either, with the wearing of the dresses. So, we don't even have to get into the religious part of the topic of discussion about the pants and the dresses and all of that stuff. We're so far gone from that as a society that I don't even think the religious discussion of this would help anyway. So that's why I gave you the knowledge from the angle that I gave it to you from, because no one's talking about it from that angle. I'm using the same science-based angle to discuss it. Okay, so you can't procreate, and this is pushing that agenda even further. They don't want us to procreate. You got to do some research, guys. This stuff is deep. As always, follow me, whoissincere.com. Also, listen to me on Anon Radio Live. Check that out on Facebook. And also, guys, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like videos like this and a lot more. We're about to hit over 1 million views on the channel. Actually, I think I might be there now. So I just want to thank everybody for helping out, and I want to thank everybody for listening for so long. But, we got plenty more to do in 2016. As always, guys, stay alert, stay alive.